Hi Kat Scrappiness fans, this is Lisa with the Kat Scrappiness design team, and in this video I am introducing a new die called Happy Easter with Shadow Die. This is a beautiful die that comes in two parts. It cuts out the words Happy Easter in a beautiful scripty font, and it also cuts out the matte layer for these two words in case you wanted to matte it on a different color, or you could use the words by itself. I've cut it out in two different color cardstock so I can show you how it looks. Cut out the matte layer in pink, and I cut out the words in white. You can see that happy is cut out in one word and it layers perfectly on the matte layer. The Easter is cut out in two different parts, EAS and TER. It also layers perfectly on the shadow die. I like to use tweezers when I'm using this type of a die just for placement, but you can see how well that fits in there. I have a few cards as samples to show you using this die today. The first card uses the words and the shadow die. I cut out the shadow layer in some vellum, maybe a little difficult to see on this card, but I always think it gives a very elegant look when the shadow layer is done in vellum. Also used the Fabergé die, the Fabergé egg with cross die on this card, and I'll be showing that in another video. That's a beautiful die as well, just being released. I also used the new die on this card. I did not use the shadow layer for this card, I just used the letters, but you can see how beautifully they look on the card. You don't even need the shadow layer behind it if you don't want. I also used an older die that Kat has in the shop called the Bunny Outline die, and these dies come in two different sizes, and they have a really cute stitch outline around them. I actually made a shaker out of this one, and I used two of the new sprinkles that Kat has in the shop right now. I used the Sweet Shop sprinkles to fill my bunny, and I used the carrot sprinkles for the bottom of the card to look like it's a little garden. So these little carrots are so adorable. And I also made a card using the smaller of the Bunny Outline die, and for the front of this card I used some older sprinkles that Kat has in the shop. They're called Easter Egg Parade, perfect for Easter cards, beautiful pastel colors. And I also used the Build-A-Bunny stamp set on this card that I'm going to show you in another video. But for this card, I used the Happy Easter with Shadow on the inside of the card. So you can see that on this card, I cut out my shadow layer in polka dot paper, and I cut out the Happy Easter words from some cardstock that I did some ink blending on. So I did my ink blending on the card first, and then I laid just the word down onto the ink blending, and then once I ran it through the die cut, you can see the beautiful almost ombre rainbow look that it gave to the words. And then I layered that, like I said, on some green polka dot paper. So the sky's the limit for combinations of how you can layer this die. The Happy Easter with Shadow die is now available in the Kat Scrappiness shop. I will have a link down below to this die and any other products that I showed you in this video. Thanks for watching.